Okay, we're going to be showing you the 901 firmware update. Right now I'm already connected to the 901 panel with this computer, and the panel is on system normal. My computer, as you can see, is already logged into the program. Now if you're already plugged into the wall with your computer, you might have a ground fault. That's perfectly normal, will not stop you from doing this. If you have not already got the program off the panel, assuming it's a running panel, we're going to start off by doing a edit, upload, configure file, put in password 4321, and it's going to pull the programming off the panel onto your computer. File, save. For this demonstration, we're just going to call it pre-firmware. Next step, you want to go to edit, and down here at the bottom says backup panel. We're going to do a save as. For this demonstration, we've already got one called pre-firmware backup. Save and hit backup. Now the backup is part of the normal process, but there's a reason why I'm doing it outside the process, and I'll get to that in one moment. Now with the backup complete and we have the panel programming saved on our computer, if you go to download system file, this is how you start the firmware update. But you might get an error message like this: US port open error, please check. When you hit OK, you'll get a pop-up. It'll try to install some driver and it says, okay, you're ready to use. Well, great, let's do it now. You try it again, you get the same error message. So what you do here is go ahead and cancel out of this, and down here at the Windows part, you're going to type in Device Manager, and you'll get a screen like this. Now you want to locate ports. If you do not have ports, you may have to go to View, Show Hidden Devices. But once you have ports, you see I have this port here, PI USB to serial. That is not working for me, so I want to right click, Update Driver, browse my computer for drivers, and let me pick from the list. You see I have 4 options here. We're going to go ahead and do USB serial device. If this doesn't work, we'll have to come back and try another one. Let's see, yeah, so that's the one we're going to use. Hit next. It's doing its install. It says it's good to use, but it will not work until I restart my computer. So do I restart my computer? No, it works anyways. So let's try it again. File, download system, and now it proceeds. Once again, no update needed. At this point, if you still can't get any of those to work and you tried all the options that show up on your list, you may need to check to do a Windows update. I had that on a previous computer. After a Windows update, one of the options did work for me. But at this point, if you're seeing this screen, then we're ready to continue. You're going to go ahead and select image, and you should have a file that says something like 360 is in the title. Open. You have an option here, keep engineering data file. Now we've already saved the file on our computer, but what this tries to do is, if successful, after the firmware update's all done, it will automatically set the program back on the computer. So we're going to go ahead and check this and hit start. Now it'll take us to the backup screen. Now we did the backup earlier. The reason why we did it earlier is you cannot close this until you back it up. So you do the save as, you pick a file, and you attempt to save it. If there's an error in the backup, it will proceed without the backup, and there's no way to get out of it. So it's good to have a backup before you start. So I hit backup here, and it looks like it's going to take it. But if this was unsuccessful, it would continue, and you would load the file, and you would not have a backup. Now after the file load is complete to 100%, we're going to get one long irritating beep, and that's probably going to last roughly 5 minutes. When this is happening, I'm sorry there's nothing you can do about the beep, but what I would recommend is if you have any screensaver or power saver mode on your computer, you want to have those disabled, or every minute or so move around your mouse, so you don't want anything to interrupt this process. You don't want to be moving around the computer, and you don't want to move around the USB cable. Let this thing alone to do its thing, but make sure this program stays open. So you can see we have the progress bar. They're currently at 2%, 3%. After a few minutes, you should get a message telling you to restart the computer. Don't do anything until you get that message. Alright, we are complete. It may have been complete for a few seconds here. It just didn't beep to let me know. And it said download complete. Please restart your FACP. So you'll unplug your battery, then flow the breaker. Throw the breaker back on. It continues with a nice long beep again. But don't worry, this is normal. It'll last probably 30 seconds. Finally, right? Let's see, now we're going to have the screen start up and it'll say Siemens. In a moment, you'll get a different screen and I will read you the message. Make sure it's the same message you get. It says, please download sales channel data from PC, engineering tool. Do not restart panel. So for here, we're going to go to edit, restore panel. So this is why we did that backup separately. If you do not have a restore file, I don't know what to tell you at this point. But you select file, and you pick the one you made earlier. I called mine pre-firmware backup. Open, restore. Goes to the progress bar a couple times. It says it will automatically restart. So we'll get another long beep. Okay, after a long beep, it'll say Siemens again. And then after a few seconds, it will go through its normal boot up process. If you have errors on the panel, you'll start getting beeps. And if your system normal, it'll start up system normal. But that is it. You should have a healthy firmware updated panel at that point. And stop.